News Channel 3 with Patty Kirkpatrick and Cater Lee, Cameron Harper, Mike Chamberlain, and Jim Howell. Arizona's News Channel, News Channel 3.
The jet aircraft was going real low, and then we looked over and said, what the hell is he doing?
The pilot of a Learjet crashes his plane into an apartment complex, but he may have been trying to save lives. Good evening, everyone. The two pilots on board that jet are dead tonight.
But tonight, everyone who was inside the apartment building is still alive. It's hard to believe when you see the pictures, but at least one witness says this disaster could have been a lot worse. The Learjet careened down a road, leaving fiery cars in its path. Then it slammed into this apartment building and blew up.
Explosions, just explosions. That's all I can remember.
The pilot and co-pilot were killed. Pentagon officials say 20 people in the apartment building suffered injuries, mostly minor. One person is critical. And it could have been worse if people weren't away at work and school.
I seen it was heading to me and I ran behind an abandoned building. And I heard that crash and I felt the heat on my back.
The roof fell on me, and then my sister was screaming, my baby sister was crying, and I got out and I got my sisters and got out the house.
The Learjet 35 is used in military games. It was on its way in for a landing when it crashed. A military source reports the last transmissions out of the plane reported an engine on fire. And a witness says it looked like the pilot was trying to avoid hitting a school.
There was a row of palm trees, and there's a school right down here, and he tried to pull it up. He did get it up, and then he just went down, and an explosion, and oh, what a mess.
Well, tonight, investigators are still on the scene of that crash, and so is our own Scott Passmore. Right now, he's getting the very latest, and he'll be joining us live for a report in just a few moments.
Commuter airlines are under the microscope tonight as the investigation continues into yesterday's American Eagle crash. The commuter flight went down in North Carolina, killing 15 people. Today, the Transportation Department announced that 300 inspectors will be added to check all commuter planes. Transportation Secretary Federico Pena and the administrator of the FAA both toured the crash site.
We were very much expecting that this year was going to be the safest year for the commuter airline industry. Anytime we have an accident of this kind, it is of great concern to us.
A preliminary review of the plane's cockpit recorder shows that crew members may have noticed a problem with one of the engines. Yesterday's crash was the second American Eagle crash in 6 weeks. Maricopa County Sheriff's deputies are in California tonight trying to get clues about an Arizona double murder. Paula Walsh is hospitalized in Barstow for pregnancy complications. MCSO deputies want to talk to her about her boyfriend, Anthony Floyd. He was a strong lead in the double murder of his aunt and uncle, Irvin and Meta Schneider. Their bodies were recovered yesterday, buried in the backyard of their home near New River. He died yesterday when his car crashed following a police chase in Barstow.
Police are looking for a man who attacked a 79-year-old woman. He stole her purse, and tonight she's on life support. Police say 79-year-old Olive Halford was getting out of her car yesterday afternoon at the Abco supermarket at McKellips and Scottsdale Road when she was attacked. It's a crime her friend and neighbor says she just can't comprehend.
77, she weighs about 90 pounds. Wouldn't harm a flea. Very sweet person. Recently lost her husband. I kind of watch over her and take care of her, and I'm just devastated over this.
Police are looking for this man for questioning. He was caught on camera at a nearby convenience store after the robbery. Mrs. Halford was left lying in the parking lot with a broken hip and a broken shoulder, and she is in critical condition tonight. The O.J. Simpson case heats up again as a jailer claims he overheard an incriminating statement from Simpson. The jailer took the stand today, said he heard Simpson on the phone with Rosie Greer in a jail visiting area. Greer is a minister and former football player. The jailer says Simpson was crying and yelling and slammed the receiver on a table. Judge Ito did not allow the man to be more specific about the conversation. The defense claims the statement should not be made public. It says conversations with clergy are confidential.
The Suns had their biggest hardcourt battle of the year tonight. With all of their big stars finally off the injury list, they took on division rivals, Seattle Supersonics. Tim Healy joins us now from America West Arena. How'd the Suns fare tonight, Tim?
They fared very well, Cameron. You know, it's kind of early to be using the phrase big game, but there was a special sense of excitement in the atmosphere tonight as the Suns had at it with the Seattle Supersonics. The Suns, Sonics, and Houston considered to be the very best in the West, and the Suns came up big tonight, winning 111-93, the final here at America West Arena. And you might say Christmas came early, not only for this toddler, but for the Suns' long-distance shooters who were sizzling tonight from outside the arc. Charles Barkley had 20 points, 2 of 3 three-pointers. Wesley Person had a game-high 24 points. He hit 5 of 7 trays, while Thunder Dan Marley connected on a trio of trays, this one off an Elliot Perry assist. The Suns tied a team record tonight, hitting 12 three-pointers en route to their 18-point victory. Marley said later Seattle's style of defense created chances for the Suns' three-point specialists.
You know, I've had some of my best nights against this team because they scramble so much defensively, and they got to leave somebody open. And tonight, especially in the first half, they were leaving Wesley wide open, and you can't do that against a good shooter. He's going to make it. So a three-point shooter against this team, if he's hot, he's going to have some great nights because they just scramble and try to take away the low post and get some steals, and they got to leave somebody open. And all you do is space the floor, and somebody's going to get shot.
And you will recall that it was against Seattle in the Western Conference Finals a year and a half ago that Marley hit 8 threes in that dramatic Game 5 here at America West Arena. So, Cameron, the Suns win it big. They come up big in what all the players agreed was a rare, big early season game. We'll have more highlights, more reaction later in sports.
What happened with KJ tonight?
KJ played for a little while, didn't get too much action in the second half. Paul Westphal was asked if the knee tightened up. He said no. He appears to be okay, but did not play a whole lot. Seemed a bit rusty when he did get in midway through the first quarter.
Considering that he hasn't played, I guess that's normal.
In 11 games he hadn't played.
Right, thanks. Tonight was the Suns' first game on pay-per-view this season, and it appears to be a bigger draw than last season. Suns fans packed into Dan Ryan's sports bar to watch tonight's game. Unlike last year, pay-per-view cover charges have gone down this year. The result is good for both the fans and the bars. This year, 83 bars have signed up for the Dimension Cable pay-per-view package. That's 71 more subscriptions than this time last year, and 14 more than the playoff season.
You've seen those ads, probably even know the phone number for Hooked on Phonics, the company that said it could help kids learn. It's getting a lesson itself from the Federal Trade Commission today when he said Sanchez spells out the changes the company's agreed to make.
This ad got a lot of folks hooked on phonics, but today the company that put out those ads got busted for false advertisement. Hooked on Phonics is a program that uses workbooks, flashcards, reading booklets, and cassette tapes to teach reading. The company claims a typical 6-year-old could learn to read from Hooked on Phonics. The Federal Trade Commission says there's no proof of that. Today, the agency said the producers of Hooked on Phonics, Gateway Educational Products, cannot support their advertising claims, such as teaching people with learning disorders to read.
According to the experts, phonics instruction may not help many of those with reading problems who suffer from dyslexia, attention deficit disorder, or other disabilities.
Some local educators are surprised it took the FTC this long to take action against the company, but they couldn't be happier.
I am pleased that the advertising will be changed, because I would hate for a parent to spend that kind of money feeling as if all the child's problems would be solved with that one program. So yes, I am pleased.
Gateway says the FTC has not challenged the effectiveness of the Hooked on Phonics program, but they have agreed to change their advertising. Wendy Sanchez, Arizona's News Channel 3.
Last night we told you about that school for the homeless that may be forced to close its doors. Today a lot of you called wondering how you could help, and we have an answer. You can send donations to this address, Maricopa County Regional Schools, 374 North 6th Avenue, Phoenix, Arizona, 85003. And we will put that address up a little later in our newscast in case you didn't get it this time.
Hundreds of dollars, piles of change, and even Christmas gifts. They're all sitting at the post office waiting for you tonight only, where missing mail turns up.
And he's been called the most eligible bachelor in America. Coming up, hear what JFK Jr. is looking for in a wife.
But for some tense moments on a college campus today as an armed student takes hostages. That's next on News Channel 3.
Walgreens Christmas.
Walgreens has designer fragrances at 15 to 42% less than department store prices every day. For her, White Diamonds, Giorgio Opium, and more. For him, Fahrenheit, Men's Claiborne, and These, always for less at Walgreens. For just $9.99, mini designer fragrances make great stocking stuffers. Or choose from these mini designer fragrance sets for just $14.99.
It's Walgreens this Christmas.
Incredible Universe is the only electronics store that lets you play with everything, including all our video games. That's why we have to have low prices. Because if we didn't, you just keep playing. Incredible Universe, where low prices are the star attraction.
Abco Foods, bringing it home for the holidays.
Year after year, celebration after celebration.
Through gatherings and games, to quiet nights ringing in the new year.
All the family, all the feasts, and all the great prices. Like Abco Foods' exclusive Blue Ribbon New York Steaks, double guaranteed and only $2.99 a pound.
And 6 packs of regular or Diet Pepsi, just $1.19. We're proud to have been part of all your holidays, and this one too.
Happy holidays from Abco Foods.
The Broadway 3-Day Sale has great gift ideas for everyone on your list. The 3-Day Sale, Friday and Saturday 8 to 11, Sunday 9 to 11 at the Broadway.
Hello, I'm Lou Grubb. Every book in this case has something in it about golf. Mostly someone's version on how to play the game. Well, our book on how to run a car dealership and how to treat you as a customer is pretty small and very, very simple. Every day, day in and day out, we'll treat you the way we like to be treated when we spend our money. Believe me, you'll enjoy the way we do things at Saturn of Tempe and Saturn of Glendale, both Lou Grubb dealerships.
Michael and Lisa Marie's special plans for a Christmas reunion. Plus, Tim Allen's secret weapon for success on the next hard copy.
Tonight, right after News Channel 3.
Students cheer the end of a tense standoff. A man held 35 students at gunpoint for several hours this morning at the State University of New York in Albany. One student was shot when he and 4 others wrestled the suspect to the ground. The suspect shouted something about government experiments as he was led away. Some of his captives say he was not particularly violent, that he let most of them smoke and study during this hostage ordeal. Scott Passmore is in Fresno, California for us tonight. As you know, there was a military jet that crashed into an apartment complex now. And Scott, I imagine the investigators are just trying to sift through the debris at this hour looking for clues.
Yeah, they very much are, Cameron. We're being kept a couple hundred yards away from the main part of the crash, but still what we can see is just amazing. You can see some of the debris and burned out vehicles behind me here. This is the outer edge of the crash. The jet actually hit up the street here, Olive Street, a good quarter of a mile or so, and when it hit, of course, everything just exploded, and these are all the parts that came down to this edge. We want to show you some video that was taken just a little while ago. This is the actual apartment complex that was hit by the jet. This is the aftermath. As you can see, the entire apartment complex is just destroyed and burned out. Firefighters had quite a fire for a while. They had to kind of stay back because they weren't sure whether there were explosives aboard this military jet, and then they, of course, went in and were able to put the flames out. It still may be smoldering at this hour. There might be some hot spots, but everything for the most part is out. I wanted to bring in Fire Captain Dave Johnson tonight, who can kind of give us an update on what's going on at this hour. Are the searches for people over, and what is going on at this hour?
At this time, they have concluded all the searches. We're confident that there are no more victims in the crash area. Right now, we've cordoned off the area. We're keeping everyone out, waiting the arrival of the National Transportation Safety Board.
Can you describe the damage?
We have approximately $2 million preliminary figure in total damage. That includes the airplane, 12 apartment units, numerous commercial buildings along Olive Avenue here, and approximately 20 vehicles that were parked along the street.
And what will take place over the next 24 hours?
Like I said, the National Transportation Safety Board is due in sometime early in the morning. They will conduct their preliminary investigation. I'm sure that they will be charting where the parts of the airplane ended up. Once they're done with the preliminaries, we will be working on cleaning up the street, getting the street back open, and trying to normalize this area.
Okay, Captain Johnson, you've got some work ahead of you. Thank you very much for your time tonight. Cameron, there is a shelter. There were actually about 4 apartment complexes that were evacuated because of the crash. About 100 people are at the shelter tonight. People are coming through, donating food and clothing for those folks. And one of the more amazing stories that is circulating here tonight, there's not much left of the jet, actually just an engine and a wing, but a wing apparently came sliding down the street here, and a little girl was riding her bicycle. The wing actually struck her bicycle, knocked her off her bicycle, and she was able to run away. So that little girl is okay tonight. We understand that Olive Street here is a very busy street, and officials here are just amazed that nobody was killed outside on the street here.
That part of it is astounding. Thanks, Scott. Thanks.
New developments tonight in a scandal that rocked ASU 1 year ago. That's when several students were arrested for allegedly running a gambling ring out of a Tempe apartment complex. Mike Warren joins us now. And Mike, I understand several search warrants were served tonight and some new arrests were made.
Yeah, that's right, Liz. Several arrests tonight. In fact, 5 students have been arrested. 4 of them go to ASU. 1 goes to Mesa Community College. It's going to be harder to place a bet tonight in Tempe if you're betting sports, pro football, college football, almost any kind of college or pro sports, because Tempe police made several arrests tonight. They have taken several items. We're going to show you some pictures of that right now. Starting off with the money. They seized better than $10,000 in cash this evening. They also took several things, 3 vehicles. They took weapons. They've taken fax machines. Now, 5 students were arrested tonight. Tempe police is still looking for one suspect they want to get in touch with. They might think that he is out of town right now, but as we said, all of them except 1 are ASU students. Tempe police is calling tonight's action very successful just a couple of minutes ago.
And college sporting events. Then they were picking up the money, and they were also making payoffs to people that were successful in their bets. And this has been an ongoing investigation for the last year, and it is a direct result of the investigation that we did November of last year, in which a few ASU students were arrested for the same crime of illegal gambling.
And you'll recall that in December of last year, 4 ASU students were arrested for illegal bookmaking and illegal gambling. One note here, Liz, at this point, officials say that, police officials say that no players are involved at this at all. So at this point tonight, they are still looking for 1 student to arrest for bookmaking.
Okay, and does their investigation continue? Will there be more arrests in the future?
At this point, they say they're just looking for 1 more person, but again, that investigation is continuing. But at this point, they all seem pretty happy with what they got. As soon as they can get this next suspect and get him in custody, I think they're going to be satisfied for now, but you never know. Gambling could very well continue.
All right, thank you. Mike Warren reporting from Tempe tonight.
Jim Howell's with us for a look at the weather. We are on hump day.
We
almost
are
done with hump day.
Chance of snow tomorrow up in northern Arizona. Chilly nights down here, yeah, and then okay burn nights next few, because we should have enough of the front mixing the air up, so it'll be okay, unless we tell you different. High temperature for us today, 61 degrees. That's below normal by 5 degrees. Morning low was 42, and that normal low pretty close. Well, we were 43 this morning. The normal is 42. At 10 o'clock, here's how we look. 51 degrees, 68% winds west at 3, rising barometer dew point at 41 degrees. Next storm system is already on the coast right here, providing a lot of snow tonight again in the Sierra Nevadas. It looks to sweep across northern Arizona. You can see the track right here. Snow level down to 4,000 feet, but no big accumulations expected from this storm. And down south, we will get the tail end of this front tomorrow. That means breezy, partly cloudy to cloudy, and cooler conditions. Best chance is no rain down here for us. Rest of the country, we watched the storm yesterday that dumped on Salt Lake City with heavy snow winding up tonight in the upper Midwest. There it goes, but not before leaving 4 to 6 inches in much of the Dakotas. In the bright white, the lightest area down to Omaha, about 1 inch, and that is working its way up tonight, tomorrow, into the upper Mississippi Valley. Out east, basically a pretty nice afternoon and evening. A few low clouds and showers, but no big problems. High temperatures this afternoon. 34 Cheyenne, 41 Seattle, 48 Jackson, Mississippi, and 41 degrees at Pittsburgh. Final highs for us. Lake Havasu, not on the map, but Bullhead City is, 64. Sedona, 53. Prescott, 45. and show low. 43 degrees forecast tonight for the greater Phoenix area. Clear, still nippy, overnight lows. Low 40s here midtown and down near 32 in the cooler valley spots. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, breezy, and chilly. Might not even see 60. Then on Friday, try to rebound it a bit to 63 degrees, and we're still aiming for 70 over the weekend. And once again, our Christmas Angel program is in full swing at 9 Valley Malls, and we hope all you folks will get out. One of these has to be near your home. Pick an angel off the tree, buy a gift. We're trying to help 30,000 kids, along with the Salvation Army, get a present under the tree Christmas morning, and you can really make it all happen. It's up to you folks. We have about 2 weeks left.
Yeah, but we can do that.
Sure we can.
Yeah, that's right. All
Liz
right.
said she doesn't want to gawk on this next story, so as she reads it, keep in mind she's not gawking.
I don't even want to read it now. Well, I'll have to say many titles have been bestowed on John F. Kennedy Jr., sexiest man alive, most eligible bachelor, but today he got one that has nothing to do with his looks, nothing at all. Kennedy received New York's Robin Hood Foundation honor. It's given to those who donate their time for the poor. But he couldn't escape questions about his personal life, such as, is he the marrying kind?
It's awfully early in the morning to answer questions like that. Sure. I hope I am the marrying kind.
And what do you look for in a woman?
Oh, that's young. Someone that looks like
Showing a little wit.
A little
there
bit.
in the morning. All right.
We want to show you that address again for the homeless school. You can send donations to the Maricopa County Regional Schools, 374 North 6th Avenue, Phoenix, Arizona, 85003.
I didn't gawk. Did I gawk?
No, not too much.
No. Ever wonder where those packages that never get to your house end up?
You wouldn't believe the things that end up in the postal lost and found.
Contraceptives, rice, you name it, we get it in here.
Including some of your Christmas gifts to and from friends and family. Tonight only, you'll see what happens to all these things.
And liftoff of the Space Shuttle Endeavour on a mission.
This is one way to see the world. Or you could just flip on Good Evening Arizona any weeknight between 5 and 6:30, and you're never more than 15 minutes away from the world. CNN and News Channel 3 bring you up-to-the-minute world and local news every 15 minutes. Bring home a world of news, even without cable, as CNN joins News Channel 3, weeknights at 5 o'clock.
Good evening, Arizona.
The really great teams go all out. They never let up, not for a second.
Mike, you can do all your holiday shopping at Montgomery Ward. This week in Electric Avenue, ask for 0% interest for 1 full year on select electronics and appliances. Plus, all appliances are on sale. In Rooms and More, get 20 to 50% off chairs and recliners. Plus, take an extra 10% off. And delivery is guaranteed by Christmas. Mike?
Happy holidays, everyone. And I mean it.
Having to go a little far to find the lowest prices this holiday season? Circuit City has guaranteed low prices on all the top brands. Circuit City, the right prices right now.
Take home this Sony CD boombox for an unbeatable $87.97. And this Magnavox VCR with remote for just $159.97. Circuit City, the right prices right now.
Hey, what the heck does this mean? Very simply, it means for $12.99 down, you can lease a brand new Trooper for only $3.39 a month. And what about this convoluted muck? It means at the end of the lease, you can either buy your Trooper at a great price or walk away. And this, it's an 800 number. And don't tell me you're watching TV without a pencil and paper. Hey, life's an adventure. Be prepared.
Searching for the perfect words? Is it honey bunch, sweetie pie, pumpkin, snicker poo, love puppy? Yeah, that's it. Just ask. For Albertson's Bakery hostess Gina Russo, it's just icing on the cake. And let's say you want a deli platter with roast beef, turkey, ham, and cheese. Make that a vegetable platter. Just ask. Deli manager Susan Monroe always comes through. And when you've got a cart full and a handful, some things go without asking.
Rich, if you won the Powerball, you already know it, but just in case you missed it off the top of our newscast tonight, here are the Powerball numbers: 5, 22, 35, 39, 18, and the Powerball number 1.
And tonight's lotto numbers: 33, 21, 40, 37, 4, and 35. And good luck, everyone.
If you have ever lost a piece of mail, we think we might know where it is.
Maybe. Cash, jewelry, even Christmas presents out there. Well, tonight only Bennett Cunningham is here to tell us where that mail may be hiding. Cash, jewelry?
Everything. You wouldn't believe it. You know, what happens when it's not the rain, sleet, or snow that is holding the postman from delivering your mail? When the address label is gone and there's no way to get to its destination. Well, it goes to 3 men in a small room in Phoenix called the claims office.
So far, I've got 31 Christmas presents here. Cuticle remover, lotion, contraceptives, rice. You name it, we get it in here.
In here is the claims office of the U.S. Postal Service. Lost mail, packages that come in damaged with no address, envelopes that are found empty or sometimes very full. How much is there?
$300. These bins contain all the loose change, pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. This is jewelry. We get jewelry in here. Keys. People call about keys all the time.
Before mail ever gets to the claims office, it ends up at a place like this, what's called a general mail facility. It acts as a sort of gatekeeper in a way. Of the nearly 6 million pieces of mail that come through here every single day, many will go beyond the gate and make it to their destination. And those that don't will make it to the claim office. You got all these stamps?
Yeah, I was probably mailed to a company or something like that, and they come loose in here, and so we hold them.
To match up the mail with the owner, it's time to play detective. With a phone and white pages at their fingertips, these men shuffle through 3/4 of all of Arizona's mail. Sadly, though, less than 3% finds its way home. And during Christmas time, it gets worse.
It's really heartbreaking sometimes with the Christmas gifts, trying to identify, and we know how precious they are to people at this time of year, and we try to do the best we can with the resources we have.
It's a postcard that you're looking for.
With a couple kissing each other in church at the end of the ceremony.
This lady is looking for a 1962 photo taken in Lebanon of her on her wedding day. She mailed it to her daughter in Ohio. It's been 3 weeks, and now she hopes the claims office can find it. But after some searching...
I'm sorry. She was so happy to get these pictures.
For all the misses, there are hits. Pasted on a file cabinet are letters of thanks, packages and mail reunited with their owners or recipients. Do you kind of feel like Santa Claus this time of year?
I don't feel like Santa Claus. I feel sad because so many people don't get their items, especially the Christmas presents, and people call and say, I sent something for my niece in, Connecticut or whatever, for a birthday or Christmas, and they didn't get it, and they're heartbroken.
If you have ever lost a Christmas present, get a pencil and paper, call the post office, the number on your screen, 407-2089. They can help you locate your mail. And what happens to all those gifts and packages that are never claimed? Well, they are designated dead parcel and are auctioned off at our regional post office in San Francisco, California. You know, we found out about this story because I mailed a check into the mailbox and I got it back.
And you had to find
it, yeah.
I feel so bad for that poor woman who didn't get her wedding picture. How do you keep your mail from ending up in mail purgatory?
Purgatory. You saw all those Christmas presents. Well, what the post office says is put your name and address inside inside the Christmas present, because they're going to open it up anyway. So when they open it up, they see your name and address, they can mail it back. But all those Christmas presents, unless you call that number on your screen, you're out of luck.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Put your address inside.
Inside. So when they open it up, they'll see it and you'll get it back.
Great story, Bennett. Thanks.
Who knows? Maybe somebody saw something they recognized in the story tonight.
That's right.
Did Bennett just say our regional post office was in San Francisco?
Our regional post office.
You caught that. I missed that.
Where's the territorial one? Is it Alaska or something? Unbelievable.
Pony Express.
Wow. Suns played tonight. You all know Tim had a story off the top, and it was another good win for them. We'll recap the game. We got your plays of the day. Lots to talk about when we come back.
The whole idea behind Friends and Family 2 is to make it easier for you to stay in touch with all the people in your world. To accomplish that, we give you 40% off to every MCI customer you choose. That's America's lowest long-distance rate. Then we give you 20% off to everybody else you choose, no matter which long-distance company they're with. So you save on every call to everyone. All you have to do is give us a call and join Friends and Family too.
Under the weather? Walgreens can have you back to your routine in no time.
Save $10 on the famous Shiatsu massager. Soothe those aching muscles in your back and neck, just $39.99. And the ThermoScan instant thermometer takes accurate readings in just 1 second. It's only $69.99 at Walgreens.
Celebrate the holidays with Safeway Super Season Holiday Savings. Save on natural fresh Jenny-O turkeys, a 10 to 22-pound average, just 58 cents a pound. Check Safeway's weekly circular for an additional $2 off coupon. You can also save on premium Sunkist navel oranges, 5 pounds for $1. Or how about Lucerne large AA eggs, 1 dozen, just 49 cents. For easy giving, don't forget Safeway gift certificates. So head to Safeway for the holiday savings you deserve.
Blind date at Chili's. How about some buffalo wings? Says appetizer. Lets her know a guy like me won't wait around forever.
Maybe I'll get the chicken Caesar salad. That way I'll be light on my feet if we go dancing later.
Ah, I see they have grilled chicken pasta with vegetables. Sophisticated. Says to where I don't wear a clip-on tie. Tells her I can work a corkscrew.
I like this guy. He really has his act together.
Uh-oh. I think I locked my keys in the car.
Only one company could take a flowing, ergonomic interior, add to it glove-soft leather, combine it with smooth riding suspensions, and encase it all in the strength of a GMC truck. The all-new Jimmy. It arrives this fall. To get your hands on this combination, see your Valley GMC truck dealer, Culliver, Bidoff, Tony Corey, Country, Beck, and Showcase.
Charles Barkley said if we can win our games this week, it'll show just how good we may be.
Yeah, especially
Big
against
test.
a team like Seattle. You prove a lot by beating that team, and they did that tonight. Hi, everybody. It's time for sports. Suns continued a very busy week downtown tonight. They hosted the Sonics, a team that trailed Phoenix by just a game and a half coming into play tonight. Coming into your homes right now is Tim Healy. He was on the Suns beat tonight. Bring us up to speed, Timmy.
Well, Michael, you might say the Suns served up victory on a tray tonight for their fans at America West Arena. A team record-tying 12 three-point field goals, lifting the Suns to a 111-93 victory over Seattle in the Sonics' first visit of the year to Phoenix. To the highlights we go of this one tonight at the AWA. Rocker Alice Cooper, part of the sellout crowd, enjoying this one. The threes were falling early and often for the Suns tonight. This is rookie Wesley Person filling it up from long distance as he had 24 points. Charles Barkley with 20 points also finds the range. Suns bolted to a quick 16-4 lead and were never seriously threatened. Kevin Johnson returned tonight after an 11-game absence. He was rusty, as you might expect, no points in 9 minutes, but does get the assist here to Danny Manning, who jams home 2 of his 19 points. But again, the story was the Suns' long-range shooting, especially Mr. Person, who hit 5 of 7 threes, scored a game-high 24. Suns led 58-47 at the half. Seattle got within 5 in the third, but AC Green helped them pull away. AC outstanding tonight, 19 points, 12 rebounds. Suns win 111-93 in an early season matchup that, yeah, was rather special.
We knew this was a big game. We knew this was the kind of game that a lot of other teams were going to be looking at, as well as, you know, we wanted to see what we're going to do against them on our home court. They got us up there. It was a close game, and so we, I guess, returned the favor tonight. But it's going to be a team that we have to reckon with going down the stretch, I think.
Interestingly, this is the third time this season that the Suns have knocked down 12 three-point baskets in one game. So next up, Mike, on the Suns' home hit parade this week, the New York Knicks in for a 6 p.m. start this coming Friday evening.
All right, thanks a lot. That's Tim at the America West Arena. The Orlando Magic have the best record in the NBA. They ran their home record to a perfect 10-0 tonight against Denver. Shaquille O'Neal scored 24 points and even sat out the fourth quarter play. He was playing so well. This was the best of the litter as he takes it. Oh, that's, you know what that is? That's Sly Stallone. Did you catch on to that? Or did I even have to tell you that? I think you knew that. But anyway, Shaquille O'Neal was the big gun, no question. The block, and on the other end, he's going to get the basket. The Shaq had a career night. Well, I shouldn't say that. He had a career night of 24 points. That's nothing for him. What am I talking about? We're talking about the scoreboard now because we're going to go to the Clippers. I have adopted this team in 1994, the Los Angeles Clippers. Losers of 16 straight, the winners of their last 2, but they traveled to Portland and they lost, and how? It was the second largest win in Blazer history, a 48-point difference against the Clippers tonight, goodness sakes. The Hornets had 7 players in double figures as Charlotte beat Detroit 106-93. Indiana edged Atlanta in 2 overtimes, 95-88. Cleveland over New Jersey. The mailman delivered 31 points for Utah. Glenn Robinson, a season-high 32 in the Milwaukee win. The Admiral had 32 as San Antonio beat Boston 122-110. In college ball, the number 5 University of Massachusetts was at home taking on Princeton. Williams, a great pass to Camby for the slam dunk. And later, the Princeton coach was actually ejected from the game. It got so bad. UMass over Princeton, a final of 88-67. Do we have college top 20? Sure we do. We've got Georgia Tech over Georgia, and number 20, Wisconsin, crushes Wisconsin of Milwaukee, if there is such a thing. This is a pretty bizarre story of money mismanagement. Bruce McNall, the current owner of the Los Angeles Kings, the hockey team, he could go to jail for 45 years. Fraudulent charges against him for $145 million. We'll take a break. When we come back, Plays of the Day.
Not far from your home, there's a place you can count on for low prices day in and day out.
Has the hustle and bustle of Christmas shopping got you down? Here at your Mesa Walmart, we can lift your spirits. We have something for everyone on your list and at prices that will fit any budget. So if you're looking for quality merchandise and great low prices, hurry on into Walmart. And remember, there are only 10 shopping days left.
Walmart. Always low prices. Always Walmart.
Ho, ho, ho! Wow! It's a half price sale.
You save half price on every second pair of shoes we buy.
Famous footwear.
My sister's a real good athlete. That day, she just seemed off. We got her to an FHP hospital. It was spinal meningitis.
I do remember going into intensive care, but that's it.
We just waited and prayed. Our doctors never let us lose hope. FHP kept my sister alive.
Now I'm in rehab. I'm almost all the way back.
FHP, your health partner for life.
I'm never leaving you, big guy.
Discover Card Stars on Ice. All new and coming to you January 16th at America West Arena. Don't miss Discover Card Stars on Ice.
Time for our nightly dose of the plays of the day, and I'm a little bit concerned about Dennis Rodman. He is starting to resemble a chia pet. Chia. Dennis, I don't know. Well, anyway, they call him the Worm. Good to see Isaiah Thomas back since they bumped him upstairs in the Detroit Piston organization. And have you seen Oliver Miller? He's out for a few weeks with a broken hand. Pretty cast, though, that pink. And Chris Morris, do you know of him? He goes in and over the front row.
Hello.
That's like the double jump. I think that's an Olympic event. I'm not sure. But anyway, there they are, what I could put together for our plays of the day.
Big O's got a color-coordinated ensemble tonight.
Yeah, it probably matches his car, too.
Yeah, who knows? Thanks.
Very bizarre. All right. And that'll wrap it up for us here tonight. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
We'll be back again tomorrow. We hope you will be, too. Have a good night.